Hello my 7 deadly sins family friends, welcome back to another video. We've got so much news to cover, so I'm going to try and be quick, but big W's coming. Really big W's. First off, 10 draws every single day for 14 days. 140 free regular hero tickets. This is massive. We asked for more draws from the standard banner. They listened, they gave it to us. Incredible. Let's get straight into the patch notes, and we will look into the 2 events coming quickly after. So we've got the Echo of the Heart event coming. We'll have a side story with it, and then there'll be a dungeon, the Temple of Love to do, with different difficulties. We don't have to use our daily keys. They give us keys for it, which is fantastic, so we can still do our normal bosses and dungeons that we wish to do. There's also the ranking missions to the top. So we've been told there's going to be leaderboards for speedrunning content, but they've added missions to it. So even if you don't get first place, because I'm pretty sure the leaderboard rewards will just be titles, we can still accomplish missions, complete missions, and get some really nice rewards. So this is it. It's pre-season, just so they can see how it goes. We're also getting Sector 3 tomorrow, or depending on when you see this today, and then a week later, or just under a week later, we should get Sector 4. They have added a lot more crafts, so we can craft every single boss pet, which I'm so grateful for. I spent so many keys trying to get Pet Spider, and I still haven't got it. I know some people are upset about this, but for something that's not needed, I think this is quite nice, because obviously we're still going to have to grind, get the materials to craft them, and we can still get them to fill out our codex. I think that's really nice. We asked for more weapons for us to give. I'm hopeful that these are SSR weapons. I have no information what these do, so it'll be exciting to see what they do, and we can theory craft when they come out. The accessories from Galland, the ones that give HP and darkness resistance, they're now craftable. Probably be relatively expensive and probably not as worth to get unless you really want the shield from them over the new accessories that give HP and a ton of magic charge efficiency. So yeah, another capturable pet coming. That's all we know. I'm happy about this. I really want to fill up my special codex as much as possible, so I'll take that. We've got event dungeons coming, but this is more about the party matchmaking. They were going to release party matchmaking for all the dungeons, but because they want to make sure it's right, they're kind of having a little test with just this side event, the Temple of Love, to see how it goes, and they can get feedback from it and improve that. Again, this is one thing that we've asked for, so pretty much the list of everything we've been asking, and now they're delivering, hopefully in a good way. They're executing in a good way. For those on mobile, they struggle with fighting. They're adding the battle support mode. We'll have to see how that goes. I really hope they don't bring this to PC or PlayStation, because then it'll just be auto and everything is done, you know. They're reducing the spawn time of elite and field bosses, so that's like red demon, grey demon, and then your elite bosses like the giant bird and other ones around the map. Hopefully this will be seconds, otherwise people will still log out and log in. You know, it has to be just seconds, like 5-10 seconds max. They're making it so then you can have region chat, talk and text instead of just emojis, and also has translation. That'll be interesting to see. They're improving time space junction, so the main screen is displayed upon clearing, dying, or manual leaving. The icon on the map will be changed from the existing dungeon to a unique icon, so we can see that it is time space junction. And they made it so the bosses appear when starting the challenge after entering space time junction. Not sure what that's about. Maybe because they didn't appear until you went through the barrier, so maybe they'll be there to begin with. Main quest, here's some bugs and fixes. They've basically done some fixes with like the Tyrant Dragon Hawk and whatnot. A lot of people couldn't get through this. Now you can. That's really nice to see. So you can finish your main story and progress. Really lovely. Dungeons and Boss Challenge improvements. So the party members who died before entering the boss battle, they can revive and carry on with you instead of just waiting there and nothing happening, you know. I really don't like this because it's going to make farming sluggish, but it's understandable because of the leaderboards. Basically, when you go in, just like Space Time Junction, all your things are reset. Skill cooldowns, tag points, magic gauge, etc. All buffs, all reset. So then it makes things fair for the leaderboard, but it means that when we do farm, it's going to be a bit of a pain. But Really, really good because we've asked for this. They're adding a retry button. So once you've completed it or after you die, retry. Don't have to go back out and then back in and all the loading times. So really, really good. They fixed some certain issues in the capital of Degs with the portal in the post-town Tala region. I'm not sure why people would use this instead of just going to the menu anyway, but it's a fix. Lovely. Improve the skill action time and attack hitbox range of the mobile mining pet. Basically, it was one of the most useless pets in the game and it costs so much. I've crafted it and I'll test it for you and I can showcase this for you after the update. Some items and monsters that you can't get or unlocked, they're going to remove them from the codex until they can. That's quite nice. They've improved the dive key is not displayed while riding a gliding pet because sometimes you're gliding over water, it will say dive. A little weird, you know. Improved so that you can run. When you run out of keys during gameplay, you can use your own bundles instead of having to go to the shop. So whenever you go to claim rewards in a dungeon or a boss battle and you've got not enough keys, usually you'd have to go to the shop to buy them. Now they allow you to use your own key bundles. Really, really nice quality of life. They've improved it so then when materials required for mastery acquisition is insufficient, you can use the bundles in your bag. Really, really nice quality of life. So you don't have to go out of the menu, go into your bag, choose them, etc. and go back in and claim it. This is really, really nice. The seal exchange items will be changed from broken harpy feather to whole harpy feather. Not really sure what this is about. I guess we'll have to see. They've improved the Mustache Hawk, basically the Escanor Hawk, so then its ability can charge elemental stones, which is quite nice. The completion requirements for 4 Hawk Pass. Okay, so basically some season quests for the Hawk Pass wanted you to clear Hell difficulty. Now it's Hell or above, which is really nice to be able to, means that you're not like wasting your time or wasting your keys on lower difficulties. They fixed some various related gameplay, so the maximum allowed number of characters could be entered. Basically, people were bugging, so more people could go into a battle when really the max is 5. They've fixed some other issues with World Level 4 being unavailable. They made it so then sometimes people would fall beneath the ground. They fixed that. They fixed some UI elements would be displayed abnormally. Gameplay could become unstable, so that's nice. They fixed an issue where the auto combo would occasionally stop during execution. The auto combo is when you hold the basic attack button, it would just keep attacking. Sometimes this would just stop for some reason. They fixed that. Amazing. Fix an issue where selecting the leave dungeon button would occasionally not function properly. If you're doing things too fast after you have like failed or you've done the boss or whatever and you want to leave the dungeon, sometimes it just wouldn't work. They fixed that now so you can speed run to try and get those achievements, which is really nice. Fix an issue with the application method of the healing received increase effect was not functioning properly. So fix an issue where the application method of the healing received increase effect was not functioning properly. That is now fixed. And also passive effects of certain weapons occasionally not applied properly. Really, really nice. Some system UI fixes. Basically, sometimes where treasure chest unlocked by a specific fire mechanism in the new area, it would remain locked. Actually, someone was asking about that in the official Discord literally yesterday, so that's fixed. I'm not sure if that's the first I know about it, but if that is, that's really quick fixing. They've also fixed an issue where some terrain in the Furzen mines or the Furzen region was not displayed properly. Whatever. Just some other UI issues. I don't think we really need to go over this that much because I just don't think it's worth it. Let's look at something more important. Daisy's hero skills. They've increased the range because sometimes it just wasn't hitting and it's just basically you're not doing any damage. So that's really, really nice. They've fixed an issue where the Grimoire's barrier effect was displayed incorrectly. So now it is now displayed correctly. It was 50%. It was actually 150. So it was just what it should have been 150 to begin with, which is really, really nice. I'm sure some of you had found this issue. Combined attacks will occasionally not activate. They're fixing that for Escanor's axe weapon. They fixed an issue where some characters would have reduced HP after reconnecting. That's nice because otherwise you'd have to go and heal. And then just some other stuff like Clotho's staff buffs wouldn't expire, or the crit chance and crit damage that was supposed to be only for her was applying to other allied heroes, as well as Escanor's greatsword weakness effect would not apply on the second hit, so that's a nice thing. Also, I never knew about this, but I can't believe it happened. Basically, if your crit damage would be too low, you basically wouldn't get crit damage. So they fixed that. Really, really nice. And then fixed some graphical issues. They've improved the workbench crafting categories into subcategories, so then you can find the crafts a lot easier. They fixed some issues about locating seaweed because it wasn't leading you to the correct place. They've improved graphics for the PlayStation 5, improved a bunch of stuff for mobile, which is really, really nice because I know a lot of people on mobile have been having issues. They've improved some graphics in the animation showing upon successful fishing. I'm not sure how many people fished, but I guess they did for the pet, the gliding pet, and they fixed some other graphical issues. And then they're changing some existing products as they do. Now, that's gone over quite quickly. Please rewatch it if you need to, or you can read this. I will make sure that all four of the pages that I have will be on the description. Now let's get into the meaty side of things. The Echoes of Hearts event. So it's going to last until the 4th of June. We can collect Goodbye Single Life tokens and exchange them for rewards. So there'll be side missions, there'll be a side story and event quests and dungeons that you can do to collect these tokens. Any unused tokens will be reset after the event ends. Basically, they'll just be gotten rid of. So basically, event quests will unlock each day, kind of like we have had before for like the exploring event, or even when we had Gallon come, it was like a daily thing. So that's okay, kind of extends the time of just getting all done in one day. There's the Temple of Love dungeon going from normal to hell, which is really free to play friendly. Probably won't be too difficult, maybe a bit more fun you can do with your mates. They will be giving us 20 keys each day. Hopefully that means it's not just one run and we can do multiple runs, but we'll have to see. There is party matchmaking, so they did say that in this event dungeon you can do it faster in a party, but you can still do it solo. So try and make some friends if you haven't. Join the official Discord, maybe some people can do it with you. Anyway, in completing all quests, this is the big thing, we're getting 160 tokens to use for the exchange shop. We're getting some mastery experience, some weapon and armor experience, and a title. That's okay. Completing all encounter stuff, we get some more tokens, and then all the love missions, we get some more tokens and 1,000 star fragments, which is not too bad. Now in the exchange shop, it doesn't say how much this is going to cost, but we're going to get a grimoire, a longsword, and then a full set of accessories. From what I have heard through leaks, this is basically going to be a huge healing efficiency set. So it's going to be great for Elizabeth, it's going to be great for Tiore, and even could probably work with Ice Clotho because she heals, right? Or any other healers. You know, if you want to use it with Deanne, I guess you can as well. From what I've seen as well, the longsword is going to be more so for burst efficiency, and it's an SSR. I think this is all going to be SSR actually. And then the grimoire is going to be more for healing efficiency. I don't think Tura uses her book for healing. I think Clotho does, and maybe we'll see what Elizabeth uses, and we maybe can use this. We'll also get some more regular hero draw tickets. I think that is the... I can't remember. I think that might just be the normal summons, not the limited summons. If I'm wrong, I apologise. Do let me know. Long day. We're going to get 10 stitching needles and then 2 master stitching needles. These master ones are guaranteed upgrades. So say you've got some of your good DPS with like a 126 out of 130. Perfect use case for this. And remember, in my opinion, if it's below 120, then you can use the tailored stitching needles. If not, don't bother. You're highly likely going to get less. We're going to get 30 platinum ingots. Really, really nice. We're saying that we need more platinum. This is a nice way to get more platinum, and then 100k gold. So pretty good amount of rewards in my opinion for a nice side story event and love dungeon. I'm pretty impressed with this. We're getting new accessories, new SSR weapons. Great. And last thing, the leaderboard event. So there's a pre-season, there's going to be leaderboard ranking missions to the top. So basically, as we can see here, clear boss challenges, all of this looks very, very friendly to free to play, not like you need to get to rank 100 or get in the top 1% or whatever. It's literally just your daily missions and weekly missions, how we can get tokens from other things. We can get a total of 240 plus another 720, that's 960 tokens. And then after that, we can then exchange it for some really nice stuff again. So we get 1 brilliant engraving seal, Hallelujah, I need so many more sealed. Give us more. We can get 3 scissors, so that's the thing that you use to re-roll your passive. Again, please only use it on level 1s. Don't use it on level 2s because most likely it's going to reduce back to level 1 and you can't choose if you want to keep or change. We're going to get 5 Remnants of the Rift, very nice. 3 SSR Magic Crystal Shards. This is to have like a limit break your SSR weapons, so that's not too bad. Some Master Experience, some more draw tickets, 500 star fragments, a bunch of key bundles. I think these are the ones that give you 20, so that's 200 free keys. We're going to get 5 hero tokens, which are what you need for the highest mastery to unlock all the little nodes, and then 100k gold. Again, something extra we can do, and we're getting some decent rewards. I won't stick my nose up to any of this. So yeah, I think all of this is a massive, massive W. They listen to our feedback, they're giving us more weapons, more events, more accessories, more rewards. I think this is a fantastic, fantastic start. I also just realised there's one more thing. Okay, so that's all the patch. We've also had the developer notes from the developers. This is really good stuff in here as well. Basically, they've had some letters. They're so grateful for people's gratitude and communication. They really want to support us. They want to listen to us and really want to improve the game. So we've got some topics here. Let's go straight into the hero performance and issues and fixes. So they apologise for everything that's been going on. There has been confusion in some cases, and they apologise for this, and they will fix this. And they recognise that there hasn't been sufficient explanation regarding some changes, and so on and so on, as well as localisation. There's been so many mistranslations. So basically, one of Daisy's potentials in a different language basically said on her normal attack it would reduce the crit defense by 15%, when actually it's the ultimate move. Clearly now that's going to be updated, so then on her ultimate it's going to reduce the crit 15%. It's not the normal attack. That's that. Party maximation, they said they're going to try and improve this. They're testing it out, like I have said, as well as the region chat and auto translation. We've already talked about this. Retry function, lovely jubbly. We asked for that. They're already implementing it. They know about technical stability. They're working on it. They have done a lot in the past, and it's just a long process. So give them a little patience. They really are sorry, and they are trying to improve that for us. They've obviously received a lot of feedback from us, especially recently. And basically, they know that we're a bit fed up of the really monotonous events, and hopefully the Echoes of Heart will really show us what they're planning for in the future when they do bring out these events, you know. So it will actually be a side story, dungeon, quest, etc., which I think is fantastic. Proper content instead of go kill this, go collect that, you know. Really, really nice to see. They understand that we're a bit annoyed that we'll keep getting original characters that we really want, the characters from the original series, more over original characters. So even though original characters will come from time to time, they acknowledge this and will try and fix this for us. So maybe it'll be like 2 lots of original series and then an OC. We'll have to see what their plan is in exactness. They've even talked about revamps for version 1.5. That's when in the roadmap we see the summer event and so on, and new dungeons. So they want to have new weekly content for us to do rather than being played on a daily repetitive cycle. It's more of a fun thing we can do at high levels just once a week to obtain some really nice rewards. Also, if we want to have a bit more of a challenge, we can put certain like negative effects on ourselves that we have to be more strategic in our battles and our fights, but we will get more rewards from this, which is really, really nice in my opinion. They've given us some information about the knighthood and what content they're going to come with. There's going to be knighthood rankings and knighthood boss battles. That sounds really, really cool. I wonder how that will be, if it'll be like this boss with unlimited health, or like just a ton of health and you have to take it down as a knighthood, because if it's infinite health, it's just how much damage you can do with the time slot that you have been given. If it's like 1 minute or like 90 seconds or whatever, we'll have to see. They understand that progression resources and core systems can be like a bit of a grind and real fatiguing. So that they will try and improve this for us. So rather than just increasing the amount of rewards, they want to focus on the overall structure of progression as well, which I think is a fantastic thing to do. Instead of just a band-aid, like here, have more stuff. Let's try and make the whole system better. Really, really nice. We have said we need more star fragments. Please help us with this, as well as other resources like sunstones and platinum. So they basically said they're preparing a way so we can get more star fragments on a weekly basis, which I think is really, really cool. They want weekly content with core goals to provide structure that allows players to continuously obtain rewards. Really, really like this. I think this is a bit cheeky because they're trying to make it sound like, oh, we're going to give you more platinum, but really it's like as we expand, as we get new areas, as we get new story, there's going to be more platinum. I think this is a bit of a cheek thing, but more platinum when more areas unlock, great. We knew that was coming anyway. I think it's probably the only little sneaky thing they've done that's a bit of a downside, you know. They know sunstones are really needed right now for all of the sunstone ingots, so they're planning to expand additional acquisition opportunities for these type of items through events and other methods. So they're definitely taking that into consideration. They have improvements to the crafting related items. So they've received feedback, if you remember in my video, about the new engravement items, especially the crafting material requirements, whether the rewards feel worthwhile compared to the difficulty of obtaining them. So they're reviewing how they can improve this for us and make it a bit easier for us, which is really, really nice. They're discussing increasing the acquisition amount of the transcendent essence, which I think is, and reducing the requirement of it, which is fantastic because it costs, you need so much of it if you're going to craft the needles, the scissors, and the remnants of the rift. So much. So this is fantastic. Another W. So we also say, oh, we need cube keys. There's not enough cube keys for us to have. So what they're going to do, if my understanding is correct, I have asked for clarification of this. Unfortunately, they didn't get back to me. When they do, I will make sure to let you guys know. But basically, elite bosses that we do to farm for mastery, we can require the rewards from them without using the cube keys. So this reads to me, at least, is when you kill the elite boss, their cube sits there for your rewards. We don't have to use keys to get all those rewards. I hope that's what it means, because that would be amazing. It would be so, so good. It would give us reason to go fight the other bosses when we have no keys, you know, other than hoping for like a singular drop. So this is going to be so good, so good. So if you're planning to build a bunch of characters, wait until early June. Okay, wait till early June. We're nearly there anyway. So they're continuously analysing how they can improve the use of cube keys and yeah, just good stuff. So some quality of life coming our way. We asked for this. Another amazing thing, and so quick. Like, this is amazing. They hear us and they're implementing it so, so quick. Basically, all the pets that we've collected, they're just basically sitting there gathering dust. We'll be able to dispatch them to get resources and mine. It will mine for us. So, it's going to be so, so nice. Also, like, the only way to get the rarer pets is to use the golden potions or the radiant potions that we get from events. And they're so limited. So they're going to add a new crafting one that we can use that's going to be better and allow us to capture those really, really tough rare pets, but it won't be quite as powerful as the Radiant Potion of Charm. So currently, if you say you try and go for the Midnight Fang, it's about a 15% chance with the Radiant Potion. I'm probably going to think it's going to probably be like a 5% chance. You get it low enough health, you get that extra 5% on top, so it gives a 5% chance. Kind of like how the current potions are used for when we are trying to capture the Kangaroo Rat or the Water Spirit. If we get a low enough health, it's 5%. So lovely, really, really nice. Really, really good. You know, it's not like you're going to have to spend lots of money or wait for events to be able to capture the pets you want. You can grind them each day and try and get them. They're going to improve dungeon rewards and equipment management, which is really, really nice. And we'll have to see the exact details of that. Misunderstood. So basically, when we get rewards from the dungeon, and we click on them. We don't know anything about it. We ask for this. Literally ask this in my video as well. So say you get a ring from Gallant. Oh, this is the ring I want, the Corrupted Watcher ring. Click on it. Oh, I don't know the substat. So now I have to go into my bag, find the right ring, click on it, see the substat. Now we can see it when we are acquiring the rewards, which I think is really, really nice. Also, the item quantity when we're looking at stuff, which is really, really nice. Another thing we asked for. Brilliant. Something that I didn't think was that needed. But yeah, there's a search feature going to be added to your bag, your inventory. Amazing. Another thing we asked for, you know. Equipment presets. Whenever we are freaking changing from greatsword to axe or something, we then have to change our with our team and party, you know, all of our engravement gear and accessories don't change over, so then we have to go and manually change them. They're now going to help us do this, so they automatically changes based on the weapon selected. Amazing! This is so good. They've improved some multiplayer entry UI, just more quality of life stuff, which I think is nice. They're also reviewing even more quality of life improvements for us. They will prioritise improvements that can be implemented more quickly and then implement them gradually, which I think is really nice. Look, they're listening to us and they're implementing it. It's just so good. I'm so happy with this. You know, they understand that we may still feel that the details shared through this notes aren't sufficient or disappointing. I think people need to look at it in a positive sense. You know, they have really done a good job, I think, listening to us and really going to execute it. You know, give them time, have a bit of a patience, and I think this is a fantastic start to a successful game. I really have high hopes. And then because of all the things that we have been complaining about, that's why we're getting the 140 draw tickets. So that's it, guys. I hope you're as happy and excited and feel positive as I do. If you do have more feedback, leave it in the comments. I've been asked daily from the mods if there's any more feedback, and I tell them and they let the devs know right away. So don't stop giving feedback. They're listening. We can see they're listening. So yeah, amazing. Anyway, last chance for my giveaway. On my first Clotho video with her staff, DPS, I announced a giveaway video. I will be announcing the winners tomorrow, so go watch that video. You should see it in the cards, if that's what it's called, in like the top corner, probably in that corner actually, and it'll pop out. Go watch that video, comment on it, as what I said at the end, and give yourself a chance to win a supply cart to get those daily star fragments. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next video tomorrow when I go over what's happening in the world with Sector 3 maybe, potential teams. So yeah, so excited. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And until then, bye.